Hello and welcome to Men Bike Shed Sessions. I'm Ash and today I'm going to talk you through the Alleycat lenses. So today we're going to find out why these lenses are just so super rad. So we've got a bunch of lenses here. I've had 2 shots of double espresso. So let's chat all things lenses. So why is this lens just so awesome? The main thing is it's made by those masters of optics, Zeiss. If you're not familiar with them, Zeiss have been around for over 100 years now. They've been making everything from cinema cameras to normal camera lenses to glasses, and they make some of the best optics in the world. We've been working with Zeiss for a few years in our slow lens range and had incredible feedback about the lenses. We love them. The clarity you get through the lens on the hill is just second to none. When we came up with this idea of creating a pair of trail-specific performance glasses, we just knew it had to be Zeiss that we were going to work with. So let's talk about what makes this lens so awesome. Alleycat uses Zeiss's trail performance lens range. What that means is they are all 100% UV protective, impact resistant, scratch resistant, water repellent, and come with an anti-reflective coating. They've got everything you need to have complete confidence in your eyewear when you're riding out on the trail. Zeiss's performance lens range uses non-polarized lenses. What does that actually mean? Well, polarized lenses cut down on glare from reflected light. It's great if you're in water-based environments such as sailing or fishing. When it comes to riding, however, it can have an impact on depth perception, but also not showing up all the obstacles on the trail that might actually be highlighted by this reflected light, such as slippery routes, wet patches, loose surfaces. So the Alleycat features non-polarized lenses so that you are still able to make out all the obstacles on the trail, whilst also having incredible clarity of vision. So what about lens tints? What have we got on offer? Let's talk about our category 0 lens first. This is an ultra low light lens that's included in the box of every single pair of Alleycats. If you ride in dark situations, if it's at night, if it's in the winter, under cloudy skies, under woods or forests, or even under artificial light, this is a lens that's great for brightening the scene. It's got a slight yellow tint to it. It's going to give you optimal clarity in low light situations. Now onto our category 2 lenses, of which we have amber, violet chrome and red chrome. If we talk about amber first, it's kind of my personal favorite for the lower light situations where you don't want to have a full-on low light. It's great for if you're riding in trees, if you're riding in woods, if you're riding in generally overcast situations, but you also want to have a bit of tints. This is kind of my go-to lens for that. Tech it uses, like all of our category 2 lenses, reduces green and orange light. This is to give you the best possible balanced perception of the environment, while also having ultimate clarity through the lens. Onto violet chrome now. And this uses the same color technology as the amber lens in that it reduces green and orange light to give you the best possible balanced perception of the environment. It's a lens I've been running quite a lot recently. It's a good medium light lens. If you look through it, it's got a slight yellow tint, and I just find it to be a really good all-rounder. Okay, so now let's talk about red chrome. Arguably the best looking lens we have in the range. If you like a lens that pops and shows off, this is the one for you. Now I found this is a really great all-round lens. If I was to pick one to take out for an all-rounder, all-day session, this is the lens for me. I'd also probably pack a low light, as you do get that in the box anyway. It has a slight blue tint as you look through it. And yeah, it just works really well if it's sunny. It works really well in that kind of medium light situation. And I just love the way it looks too. So that is the red chrome. So now let's talk about our first category 3 lens, which is silver, which we've got here. So this lens is built to be optimum in really bright situations as a category 3 lens. So it's slightly darker than the other ones we've talked about so far. It uses the same color technology in that it reduces green and orange lights. It has a smoke tint as you look through it. So yeah, it's one for the really bright days, or perhaps if you have more sensitive eyes, or you just prefer a lens that really darkens things a little bit, this is the go-to for you. Okay, now on to our final lens, which is category 3 again, and that is our smoke lens, which we've got down here. Now this differs to our other lenses that we've talked about. It uses different color technology. This has an equal distribution of light going through it, so it doesn't cut down on the orange or the green like the other ones we've talked about. The theory behind this is that it's a great all-round lens for a multitude of situations, different sports, different scenarios. If you wanted an all-rounder that you could use every day on and off the bike, this is suggested as a great option for you. As a category 3 lens, it's obviously quite dark, it's got a smoke base. So yeah, really good all-rounder. It's pretty stealth looking as well. It's definitely one of my preferred ones on bright days. I think it works really, really well. That's the tech that goes into these Zeiss Alleycat lenses. Let's talk a bit more about the shape. So we use a 5.2 curve for this lens. The higher the number, the more curved a lens is. For us, this curve was optimal when it comes to balancing looks and performance. You wanted something that's going to look cool and you're going to want to wear on the bike, and maybe even off it if that's your style. This also found this is great for protection of your eyes from any dirt, any grit, any roost, any dust, whilst also allowing really optimum airflow between the lens and your face. Another benefit of having a lens that is large and offers really great protection is that it doesn't interrupt your view. I find that when I have these on, I don't notice I'm not distracted by edges of the lenses or the frame. You can really stay focused on what's in front of you. In fact, the thing you'll notice the most is when you take them off, because the view is just not half as good. The clarity you get with these lenses is absolutely incredible. Now you add to the fact these are super lightweight, they weigh just 30 grams, and you can ride around all day, barely even notice you've had them on. Okay, so that's the Merlin Alleycat with Zeiss lenses. If you got any questions or any comments, please do hit us up. We always love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and stay safe.